I don't know.
All right,
them
one thing we
verbatim.
noticed the DC Code struggles to define is the term woman. So Mayor Bowser, what is a woman?
I'm a woman. Are you a woman?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
I'm a woman. You're looking at one.
Okay, good.
Every
Can men
section.
get pregnant?
No.
Can men become women?
Can a man become a woman?
Yeah. Can a man become a woman?
Miss
Yes
Mace,
or no? Can a man become a woman? Yes or no?
Miss Mace, I'm not here
Okay,
to
my
talk
next
about
question,
that.
Chapter 14D.
All right, Chair recognizes Ms. Mace from South Carolina.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good morning. The government of the District of Columbia, under the leadership sitting in front of us today, has become a poster child for DEI and gender madness. This has led to government. Mr. Chairman, this is not a concert. This audience can just settle down.
Stop
I want to reclaim my
the
time.
clock, and the gentlelady's right. Under the rules of the House, the chairman is responsible for maintaining order and preserving decorum in the committee room. I expect audience members to be respectful of the committee, so we'll
I'd like to reclaim my time, too,
you
Mr.
reclaim
Chairman.
it. Absolutely. Ms.
This has
Mace.
led to government-sanctioned racial discrimination and the erasure of women. Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17 provides Congress plenary authority over the District of Columbia. Using this authority today, I'll be introducing the No DEI in DC Act. This bill will rip the DEI and gender bender nonsense out of the DC government root and branch, and restore common sense and equal treatment under the law. As the individuals charged with writing DC laws, signing DC laws, and enforcing DC's laws, we have some questions for you on the meanings of some of the curious terms we have found in the DC Code. My first question for Mayor Bowser, it's yes or no. The DC Code makes numerous references to, quote, structural or institutional racism. Do you believe the DC government is structurally or institutionally racist? Yes or no? Yes or no? Is DC government racist, institutionally racist? Yes or no? All right, you can't answer the question. So my next question for Mayor Bowser, since you're going to sit there and placate or just be quiet, in Section 7-1234.02 of DC Code, you use the phrase child welfare involved birthing people. Child welfare involved birthing people. Can you explain to me what this means?
I'm not that familiar with that part of the code.
Okay, and so you don't know. In Section 7-1234.02 of DC Code, you use the phrase justice involved incarcerated and homeless birthing people and their non-birthing partners. Can you explain to this committee what that means?
I would have to see
You
the
don't
whole
know.
section.
You're literally the mayor of DC, and you don't know your own code of laws.
Well, I don't know
All right,
them
one thing we
verbatim.
noticed the DC Code struggles to define is the term woman. So Mayor Bowser, what is a woman?
I'm a woman. Are you a woman?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
I'm a woman. You're looking at one.
Okay, good. You actually, in Section 3-703 of the DC Code, you use the phrase, the intersectionality of gender and race to create unique dynamics and effects. Can you explain what this means to the committee?
Where is that, ma'am?
Section 3-703 of the DC Code. Do you know what that means? No,
could
you
you give
don't
me
know
the
what that means. So
title of
Chapter 14D of the DC Code establishes
Mr.
the
Chairman,
commission.
I'm happy to answer questions.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to reclaim my time. This is not her time, it's my time. You can be quiet as I ask you
Chair
questions, and then you can
recognizes
answer them.
Ms.
And then
Mace.
you can
If
answer
you
them.
would give,
I'm not, Mr. Chairman, this is my time, not hers. I'd like to reclaim my time.
let's make good use of the time, Ms.
Chair
Mace.
I'm making very good
Chair
use of my
recognizes
time.
Ms.
There
Mace.
And
You're
Ms.
making
Mace
my
has the
point.
floor.
You're the mayor of DC, and you don't even know your own code of laws. What is a birthing person?
I would assume it's someone who gives birth.
All right. Why don't you use, are these women, are these moms? You think it's appropriate to call them birthing person? Can a man birth a person?
Well,
Be a
that's
birthing
what I
person?
would call it, but I don't write all the laws, and I'm not familiar with every
Can
section.
men get pregnant?
No.
Can men become women?
Can a man become a woman?
Yeah. Can a man become a woman?
Miss
Yes
Mace,
or no? Can a man become a woman? Yes or no?
Miss Mace, I'm not here
Okay,
to
my
talk
next
about
question,
that.
Chapter 14D of the DC Code establishes the Commission on Reparations and a reparations fund to provide eligible African Americans monetary reparations or other forms of redress. Is it the position of DC government benefits should be provided to individuals on the basis of race?
I believe that the legislation requires a study.
Okay, I'm asking you, is it the position of the DC government that government benefits should be provided on the basis of race?
If you're
is the
referring to
question.
that legislation, I believe it requires a study.
Okay, I'm asking you a question. Do you believe that government benefits should be given out on the basis of race? That is the question. This is the third time I'm asking.
We have any number of benefits programs, and eligibility is established.
You're not answering
per-
any of these
per program.
questions. I'll give it to you. You're slick. In Section 2-1383 of the DC Code, you use the phrase social value of the LGBTQ community business economy to the district. Can you explain what this means to the committee?
It means that LGBT businesses provide economic benefit to the district's economy.
Do you think all businesses provide economic benefit to the DC economy?
They should, or they would be out of business.
Yeah, of course. All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
Thank you. Chair recognizes.
Congresswoman Nancy Mace wastes no time labeling the District of Columbia the poster child for DEI and gender madness. She officially introduces the No DEI in DC Act, promising to rip these policies out of the Capitol. This is the opening salvo in a new legislative war. While the Biden-era policies are being dismantled across the country, DC remains the final stronghold. Mace isn't just asking for a change, she's bringing a chainsaw to the DC Code. For a city under the direct plenary authority of Congress, the message is clear: the era of gender bender nonsense in the Capitol is over. Mace grills Mayor Bowser on the phrase child welfare involved birthing people and non-birthing partners found directly in the DC Code. The mayor's response? I'm not that familiar with that part. This is a devastating look at local leadership. How can you be the mayor of the nation's capital and not know the very laws you signed into effect? By using terms like birthing people instead of mothers, the DC government is effectively erasing women from their own legal code. If the mayor can't explain her own laws, how can she be trusted to enforce them fairly? In a direct challenge to the gender madness she mentioned earlier, Mace asks the mayor point-blank, "What is a woman?" After a tense pause, the mayor identifies as one, but the confusion remains regarding the law. If our leaders cannot, or will not, define the word woman without hesitating, they are signaling that ideology comes before biology. This isn't just a debate about words, it's about the legal reality of 50% of the population. Mace pivots to Chapter 14D of the DC Code, which establishes a commission on reparations. She asks if government benefits should be provided solely on the basis of race. The mayor repeatedly retreats to, "It requires a study." This is the slick evasion Mace called out. By refusing to give a yes or no on race-based government benefits, the DC leadership is sidestepping the U.S. Constitution's guarantee of equal treatment. This is the government-sanctioned racial discrimination Mace warned about in her opening. It's a direct conflict between DC's local agenda and the Supreme Court's recent rulings on affirmative action. Mace points to a section of the code highlighting that social value of LGBTQ businesses, asking if all businesses provide value. The mayor agrees they do. This exposes the core flaw in identity-based governance. If all businesses provide economic benefit, why does the DC Code specifically elevate one group over others? Mace's point is simple: the law should be blind to identity and focused on results. In a city struggling with crime and budget deficits, focusing on social value over actual economic performance is a recipe for disaster.